Hello everyone, welcome back to Help for Good Learning again. And my name is Prashanja, that's you know. So what we have to do exactly here, guys, right now in this particular tutorial, we have to see that how we can take a data directly or how we can load the data from any web application, okay, from any live website. So, but yeah, before of that, in the previous lecture, you have seen that PyPDF loader we have used and we have used because we have to load the data from the PDF file. So make sure support if you are getting any issue, any error related to this, what you can do exactly, you can also install this PyPDF loader. Okay, if suppose this model is not found or something error you are getting. Now here I'm going to clear this output and let me create another code shell. Okay, and this time we have to see that how to load the data from live uh, any web pages, live from any web pages means URL, we can say that. Okay, URL. So that is we will see exactly, guys. Okay, how we can do that. And again, if you check, we are right now inside of our current working diary. And this time what we have to do exactly. So from Langchain community, I'm going to use again the document loader, document loaders import. What we have to import here, this time we have to import the web base loader. This class we have to import. Okay, if you have a knowledge about the class object, then you can understand these things, because I know every time the class name is going to start with the capital letter, and that is we are identifying here. Okay, and this time what we have to do, I'm going to take a one URL and that is into the string, but which URL, you can choose any URL, guys, that is your choice. What I can do exactly, I can choose my help for code website. Okay, this time, and help for code, if I visit here on the home page, if I'm going to visit here, yeah, so I'll just take the URL, I'll copy from here this URL, and you can choose whatever you have to choose, guys. Okay, any other website also you can choose. Okay, so I'm using right now this helpforgo.com, this is my URL. Okay, and this time also I'm going to create a loader as an object for a web based loader, and this time inside of this web based loader I'm going to provide the web paths. In the list, I'm going to provide my URL variable name. Okay, so I have provided that, and that is what we are doing exactly. We have imported this class, and we are right now creating the object for this class, and the parameter of this class we are providing we are using this parameter web paths, and we are providing the value, the argument as a URL variable. Okay, this is what we are doing exactly. Fine, that is good, and it will retrieve all the data. If I want to see it, then what I can do exactly, I can use the same for I in. Uh, I have the loader, so uh, loader dot lazy load. I can use this function. I can use and I can print. We can print here also. I think we can print here also like I, because it will load the, first of all it will load all the data from here from this URL, and you know that what type of data I have, definitely it will retrieve the data in unorganized way, or we can say that in the raw format. But yeah, the most important, we have to see that is it possible to load the whatever the data I have, not the images, obviously the textual data. Is it possible that textual data numbers can be can be load in our current working directory? So let's run and check, getting an error or something else. User agent environment variable not set. Consider the setting page content. Page content is equal to, if I'm going to check, okay, it has retrieved that well successfully. The title, Help for Good Online Learning IT Platform and coding challenges. If I see more and more, if I use the scalable element, so maybe it will show me perfectly. Okay, now you can check. It is not coming in the perfect organized way. I already told you guys it is coming, some unorganized way. But yeah, you can try. You can check here like Java, SQL. I already told you that it will not retrieve, or it will not going to load the image file, textual data. It is going to load from there. Now it will load the textual data from our live website. And if I'm going to scroll this, I can see the things here. This raw format also we can convert this raw format into the meaningful way. And you can see here all the textual data, all the textual data I'm getting here. Okay. All the kind of textual data we are getting here right now. Fine. That's pretty good. We can check the numbers also, but all the textual data is there. It is just, it has taken a lot of space. That is only the problem. It has taken a lot of space. Otherwise, if you check here, it has retrieved the integer values also, like 319K, 5,000 integer data also. So yes, but it is only that it is not coming in the proper way. It is coming in the raw format. Other than that, successfully we have retrieved the data. We can say that successfully we have retrieved the data. If you want, you can store in your list also, and you can print your list also. That is your choice if you want. So we can use the docs equal to like this list, and instead of printing this, we can use docs dot append function. Inside the append, I can use the I, and similarly after this, we can use a print of so docs index number 0. We are just going to check the metadata if you want, because also we can check here. If I'm going to run this, first of all, it is actually loading a data. This actually depends on the machine configuration also, and some your internet bandwidth also. So you can check here, guys. If I'm right now, I'm checking the metadata of this URL. So we are getting the URL. Source is a URL. Source means it is right now the source of information. Again, if you talk about here, the source of information in this loading a data, we were talking about this, right? So there are applications that can answer a question about a specific source of information. Again, it is mentioned. Why I'm showing you this line again and again, guys, so that you should be connected with the main goal. You should not, you know, forget the main goal. The main goal is to understand that we are loading a data from the different sources. This time we are taking a source that is a live website, and that is we are taking https livehealthforward.com. Title is given here, description is given here, then same thing, we are talking about the language in English. So it is a metadata completely. And the same, the page content, if you want, you can check the page content also. For that purpose, it is going to, you have to check the page content also. Page content also you can check from here. Again, it will take us some time. Yeah, it is taking a page content. No, not taking properly. Fine, we have to use for that docs, and we can check the length of that also if I want to check. So we can check the length of this docs. Fine, length equal to length is equal to 1. Okay, that is coming here, and I think it is not taking it properly. That fine. You can check this also, guys. Otherwise, you can append, and you can print, and you can check in the other ways also. I've just shown you that in how and in what manner you can check, and you can do experimentation. You can do with the other links also, other URLs also. You can use it. This is what I'm doing in front of you, and the length of this lecture is going so much. So that's why I don't want to take this for a lot of experimentation. I don't want to do so. Sorry. So what we can do exactly here, I'm just going to stop right now here, and this is a third lecture which is based on your data loader, data ingestion. So after that, I hope you have understood how you can use the different sources and how you can load the data. Because when we are talking about the source of information, it is not going to be rely on only one source. It is going to be rely on other sources also, on the different sources also. So sometime when you have a requirement, when the data is not stored anywhere, it is completely available on the website. You're looking to do a web scraping, that is also possible. So right now for the web-based loader also, we are using this. And what I'm going to suggest you that if suppose it is not happening or suppose if you're getting any issue related to this moment, so you can use the beautiful soup 4. Okay, this is what a package you can use. Suppose if you're getting any issue, any error related to that, a beautiful soup 4 that you can use here also is okay. And actually I haven't used in my right now in the current this program, but we can use this also. Okay, and there are more and more ways are available. You need to just understand what are the ways and what are the application areas are there. So I hope you have understood this thing, guys. We'll see you in the next lecture. For right now, thank you. Bye bye. If you have any question, you can put in the comment box.